moved the living room around, thinking that I would have a better background than seeing the backside of my office, and I have realized that I'm next to the heating vent, and I live in Ohio, so 6 months out of the year, that noise and that my house is actually really cool. I'll have to do a tour sometime. You're just not going to see it in the background, apparently, of any of my videos. Hi, welcome to Wild Caught Vintage. My name is Randy. I'm the owner of Rockabilly Raven Vintage on Etsy. And here on my channel, we do vintage thrift hauls. We do everything from vintage clothing, home decor, accessories, anything that you might find for your wardrobe or your home or maybe for resale that you can thrift or scavenge in your travels. We cover that sort of thing here. If you like that sort of thing, I hope that you'll consider joining us. Today, I have a haul from a local Goodwill and then a Goodwill in the next little town over. I put the two together because it didn't seem like there was enough for individual hauls, and then I put them together and now it's an epic haul. So that's what we do around here, is we do epic hauls. So I hope that you like all of the interesting things that I have found. I've also rearranged my living room, so I've got a different background today, and let's get into it. Alright, so to start off with, I found this absolutely amazing 1970s wool vintage coat. Isn't it beautiful? Look at this beautiful mink. It is absolutely stunning. The buttons are pretty fantastic, so you can see those. And it is in beautiful condition. It doesn't have any issues, any condition issues. It has a pretty fantastic little tag. The lining is satin. And as you can see, I styled it up with just my regular outfit, and I thought it looked pretty fantastic. I didn't think it looked half bad. So really great neutral color to add not only a vintage style to your wardrobe, but also just a class and a cut that's a little bit different but still on trend. Alright, next I found this awesome pale yellow 1960s spring coat. And the reason that I would say 60s is it solidly has half sleeves, and we have a notched collar. So buttons are pretty fantastic. Look at how big these big plastic guys are. They're awesome. Good front pockets. The lining is a matching sort of like sunshine butter yellow, and I just threw this over my usual outfit as well, and I thought that it looked super classy, and it really was a beautiful, easy, lightweight summer or spring overcoat that you could just kind of throw on whether you're wearing mostly modern, vintage, modern and vintage, however you're styling up that day. It'd just be a great little wardrobe piece to add to it, and I was really excited to find it. Now that the phone has been silenced, let's get on to our next piece, which is this absolutely fantastic late 50s, early 60s green Bolse wool coat. Now, Bolse is this nubby fabric. It is woven so that it's kind of nubby, and this is not the largest nub Bolse wool fabric I've ever seen, but that is what this vintage nubby fabric is. It was super popular in the 1950s and the 1960s. You will often find coats that have even bigger loops in the weaving process. So this great piece has a mink collar. The collar on the 1970s coat from earlier was mink as well. Really great collar, and there is the tag for you. Found this lovely piece with awesome contrasting satin lining. It's got a good additional tag. And as you can see, this particular coat I thought looked really fantastic. I love that it's bigger. It's a swing coat. It's an actual large swing coat, so it fit my frame well. I'm a size 10, 12 modernly, and so finding pieces that would fit over me and my clothes are always fantastic. I don't normally like green, but I thought that this green, this sort of dark hunter green, was just fantastic. So I really like that piece. I'm not going to end up keeping that one because I have a coat problem. I might have mentioned that in maybe every video I've ever done. But I was really surprised that the color looked better than I thought it would, which is kind of important when you are building your wardrobe, vintage or otherwise, is to not have preconceived notions on what colors work with what colors or with you. Every once in a while, try something different and see how it works out, because you might be pleasantly surprised, like I was with this awesome green coat. All right, so the next piece that I found is a two-piece suit. Oh, look at this coat. Look at this blazer. All right, so it is a fantastic blazer. It's all wool with a matching kilt. Oh, isn't that great? Oh, I just think it's awesome. It's fantastic. So this amazing piece is actually homemade and has really fantastic thistle buttons. So it made me very much think that it was potentially a vintage, Scottish, I don't know, festival outfit. I don't know what it would be called. I'll see if I can look it up. But I'm going to guess that this was somebody's family tartan. And so it had great front pockets. The cut of the actual jacket is what let me know that it's a women's outfit and not a man's outfit, because you certainly can't go off of the kilt. This kilt is a really good size. I put it on, I got it around my waist, but my heritage is very Germanic and very Eastern Germanic, and this kilt did not look good on me, and so I was not about to show you guys that. But as you can see, the blazer ended up looking pretty okay. I was really surprised at how well the blazer kind of like fit into an outfit. I threw just a white blouse on. I had a cool little bow from a previous haul, and I just thought it came out really fantastic. Again, these are not colors that I would normally choose, but I thought that they worked really well for the outfit that I was wearing, and I thought it was a pretty neat find. Again, it was homemade, only because I mentioned this in a previous video, so I want to show you an example, is this. So these are pleather or vinyl. They are vinyl buckles, and in a previous video I had a kilt from the 1940s, and all of this was leather and good quality brass. So the older they are, they tend to have those quality leather and metal components, where this one, again, this is homemade. It's pretty well homemade, but they use these vinyl plastic belt buckle pieces. I don't know what they would be called. I want to call them togs, but I'm 100% positive that is not the right word. But that is the difference. That piece was probably created in the 1970s with the length of the blazer coming down to the mid-hip, and the longer midi skirt. If it was from the 50s, it probably would have had a shorter, higher waist jacket. 40s as well. So I'm going to guess that it was made probably in the late 60s, early 70s, and they had accessibility to that cheap vinyl, and that's okay because it's still a glorious piece from a very specific time period. So we're going to love it. We're just going to love it anyway. Moving on, I found this absolutely enormous cable knit, look at it, cable knit vintage cardigan. It is from Ralph Lauren, and it is probably from the 90s, but it is 100% wool, and I initially bought this and the next piece I'm going to show you to turn into dryer balls. But I did some research on the tag and the color of the tag, and I realized it was a vintage Ralph Lauren piece, and it's a really awesome cable. Like, it's a great cable knit. So whether we like it or not, the 90s are vintage, and as you can see, I just threw it on over my normal outfit, and I kind of fell in love with it. I thought it was really okay. And I think somebody else is going to really love it too, with the emphasis on natural fabrics and minimalism. I think somebody will really enjoy that, and I'm really glad that I was able to pick that up and share that with someone. Also, in the vein of big cardigans, this cardigan is way too big for me, but I love the pattern. I bought it for turning it into dryer balls, and then it was just, the wool is so soft. It's a really good wool. It's made in Hong Kong. I do not think that this piece is vintage. I will probably put this one up on eBay because if there's somebody else out there who is into all natural fabrics like I am, or attempting to do natural fabrics, I think that they would enjoy something like this. So I felt guilty about cutting it up for dryer balls, and so I did not. As you can see, I styled it with just my regular outfit, and aside from it's a 2X, which is too large for me, I could try and shrink it if I were to keep it. I thought it looked okay. Looked better than I expected. It's not my usual, 1950s style cardigan, but it was very comfortable and very warm. So, alright, so I just gave you my speech on all natural fabrics, right? And then at the Goodwill, I found this flannel. Oh, look at the color on it. Oh, I'm washing it out. There it is, right? It's got that burgundy that I love. It is vintage. It's a Tarleton. It's from the 80s. It is 100% acrylic, but I love the colors, and the arms, the sleeves are long enough. So here is a clip of me wearing it, and I just can't get over how good the colors are. So I guess I'm justifying that it is at least not a mixed fabric, but that's a video I'm going to do in the future, which is, where do you draw your line when it comes to, if you're upholding some sort of dressing standard, if you're buying your items from a thrift store, if you are buying them secondhand, you are literally saving them from ending up in a landfill. is it a lesser evil if, you know, you save an acrylic piece from the landfill, or should you bypass that to pick up a natural fiber item, and that acrylic piece is going to end up in a landfill and it will never decompose? I don't know. I know it's a weird topic. It's something I think about a lot. So that's going to be something that I cover at some point. And if you're interested in that, or you have some thought on that, please share that with me. I would love to have a discussion down in the comments about that sort of a thing. So, all right, moving right along. I don't have any more clips of the things that I bought because they don't fit me, or I was afraid that I would damage them. Actually, no, that's not true. I was afraid I'd mess up my hair. So, I found a fantastic dress. It is this awesome 1940s shirtwaist wool dress. I really thought that this would fit me, but I was afraid to, like, do the thing. Really great piece. Wonderful piece here in the front. It is a high waist. It has a nice high waist on it, so I was really excited about that. And it has its matching belt. Absolutely beautiful. It does have, sadly, a condition issue down at the hem, which is this little, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think you can. So let me see if I can get it. There it is. Can you see those little holes? It is a tiny bit, I mean, it's pretty faint. It's pretty light, but those are probably caused by moths. And so before I brought this in the house, it was left in a plastic bag. It was fumigated. It was taken care of to make sure that I don't ever bring anything into my house, because high vintage clothing. And a piece like that, it's a great size. It's a larger size. It's from the 40s. It's got a good color palette. I'll take a chance on that. I won't be able to sell it for a full price because it's got that little bit of damage, but I will do my due diligence. I will show everybody what it looks like. And somebody will darn that. Somebody will get some white wool and darn that little hole, and it'll be done. It'll be perfect and back to usable, and it won't be wasted. So I picked it up. All right. I picked up this lovely little black dress from the 60s. There is absolutely nothing all that interesting about it other than it is a larger size. It's got a neat little detail. Sadly, it does not have its original belt, but any nice white belt will do. Here is the tag. Good little piece. Just happy to pick that up. I also picked up from the 80s does the 1940s a pinafore. Look at it. Look at this. With a big 1940s style, or even a Victorian style bow blouse. Oh, it's just awesome. It's got a high waist. It's a bigger size. Pockets. Oh yeah. And a nice full skirt. This particular piece is ridiculously on trend at the moment, which made me happy. So it's all rayon. Again, it's probably from the 80s, maybe the early 90s. This is a great little piece to add to the store. And then I also found, oh gosh, how am I going to show you guys this? Okay. So it's a 1950s dress that has a strapless component. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I got to hold the girls up for this dress. I don't mean to be risque. All right, here we go. So, beautiful lace. Beautiful, beautiful dress. It was probably made for them as a formal. I might lay it out and take a little video of it so you can see it. Color is getting killed on it. It's peach with a beautiful white toile over the top of it that's got this great detail. It's It's a wonderful, wonderful, you know, spring or summer formal, or you can have somebody wear it in a wedding. It's great. It's just a little bit small, kind of small. So, all right. I also picked up this great high-waisted denim skirt. Yes, you will know if you watch my videos that you can't pass them up. Tag. It's from probably the early 90s. I'm gonna guess the early 90s. It does say, oof, there it is. Made in the USA. Made in the USA. At least you're still knocking into the 80s and the 90s with that. Also picked up a fantastic little 80s acrylic sweater. It's got a great pattern on it. Somebody will enjoy this with weirdly cut off denim shorts for spring. Also got a great 80s does 40s peach collared sweater. Let's see if I can get that. Great little piece. I know the color was pretty rough on that one. This one doesn't have a tag, so either the tag got removed or I was gonna say someone made it, but it's got all sorts of serger stitches on it, so I'm gonna guess that someone just moved the tag. But it's a great piece. It is definitely an 80s breakfast at Tiffany's level. 80s does 40s, 80s does 50s, so glad to pick that up. I also got this fantastic bathrobe. It's so orange. I don't know if you guys can really see it. It was a Vanity Fair. It's got moon glow lucite buttons. Look at the ring light reflection. Isn't it great? It's just a quilted 1960s robe. They sell like crazy. People love them. It's a great way to add some vintage into your wardrobe and your everyday life, so it's kind of fun. And last, my friends, but not least on this double haul is I found a tablecloth. And what is so fantastic about my sunny summer tablecloth is, let's see if I can flip it around so you can see it. There it is. Can you see it? Can you see that tiny signature? It's a Vera Newman tablecloth, and insert, I am the world's biggest Vera Newman fangirl. I will say that I am very particular. I only like vintage Vera Newman. I get a little persnickety about the whole anthropology, we love Vera knockoff crap. But on the other side, she was an amazing textile artist, and I'm glad that her work is appreciated by somebody, even if it happens to be anthropology. Whatever, my own gripe. So I hope you enjoyed this haul, my friends. If you like this sort of thing, I hope that you will subscribe and hit the bell notification. I do put out a video about once a week, and yeah, if you have any suggestions about video content or conversations that we can have, please feel free to mention it down in the comments below. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope this video blesses you in some way, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Bye. This is a test of the emergency lighting system. This is only a test.